Hey guys, what's up? Jake Dalton here. This video I wanted to talk to you guys about motivation and being positive. Those are two topics that I usually get a lot of questions about, and how do you stay motivated? How do you stay positive? What happens if things just aren't going your way? So this is kind of something I want to talk about. It's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. It's not easy. Let's start with the motivation part. For me, staying motivated is just all about not being satisfied. If you're satisfied with your job, if you're satisfied with your fitness, with anything, then you're going to be content and you're going to stay exactly where you are. So for me, with gymnastics, I'm not satisfied with how much I have accomplished, what I've done. There's always something new to learn. There's always something to get better at. So that's kind of how I stay motivated. I'm unsatisfied with what I have right now, and I always want to get more. So that's kind of one thing about motivation that I think is very important. You always have to be reaching for more. You have to push yourself out of those comfort zones. And it's scary. You may fail, but a quote I saw the other day, I'd rather try and fail than not try at all. I think that's a huge quote that people see all the time, but if you really look at it, it makes a lot of sense. Positivity, it's something that I've always struggled with, because getting in the gym, you're trying stuff and it's not working, you're failing at it. How can you walk out of there with a smile on your face? Well, necessarily that doesn't happen, but if you look at the bright side of things, you can say, I struggled today, but I can come back tomorrow and make it better. That goes right along with not being satisfied. I'm not satisfied with how I did today, so I want to get better tomorrow. If you look at it in that aspect, I think you're always going to reach some type of success, some type of goal that you want. And I think that's just a huge factor. I always try to be positive. It doesn't always happen. You're not going to be happy all the time, but that's part of being satisfied. You're unhappy because you want more. But that's how you're going to be successful, is always trying to get more. You can be satisfied with a turn, even if it's not correct. That's I'm good with that. I can make it better. There's a way to be positive and be, motivated at the same time. And I think when you figure out how to do both of those, that's when you can reach your true potential and reach the goals that you set. Another thing for positivity is, if you're always negative and you're looking at how bad I did, how much I failed today, then you're always going to be looking at that and not focusing on what you should be focusing on, is what you can fix. So I understand. I'm one of those guys, when I don't do something right, I get angry and I just want to go back and fix it. So I understand when you get angry but want to go back and fix things. If you just get angry and you sit there and focus on all the negative things, that's when you don't accomplish your goal. That's when you don't keep moving forward. You just stay where you are. So I understand that getting upset and getting angry, try to control it as much as you can to put it into the next turn. That's what I try and think of, because I also know people who say, you can't get angry, don't do that, stop doing this. For me, that's really hard to do, because I put that anger into my next turn and into being successful on the next turn. That's what I want to do, that's what I'm aiming to do, and that's what I'm trying to do. So different people use different methods. That's the method that I like to use, is I just I try and control my anger and put it into the next turn, because if I go hit my next turn after I just failed, I feel way better. I feel accomplished, I got it done, and I made it. So that's something about positivity, versus negative training, I think that can benefit a lot of people, is if you could just focus that anger and put it into your turn and control it, then, if you go to a meet and you mess up on one event, you take that anger, put it into the next event and control it. You're able to move on. And I think that's something that some people don't use to their advantage, or they just sit there in the whole negative mindset and let themselves get down. Everything else follows suit. So I think that's important to do in training. It's important to do in competitions. And if you want to do it in competitions, you have to practice that in training. So I'm not saying go take a turn and get angry, but if you are angry, use it. If you take a turn, you mess up, you don't have to be angry, but take the next turn to fix that. And that goes for anything, your job, your nutrition. Oh man, I didn't do perfect today on my nutrition, but I'll make up for it tomorrow and the day after. I'm gonna be, I gotta be perfect for the next 2 weeks, whatever it is. There's always a way to look at it in a positive way and improve on it. As always, I'm very appreciative of the support that you guys give me. Thank you for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up on social media. I really want to do a Q&A with you guys, so I think on Twitter that's the easiest way for me to get a hold of you guys, get to see all your guys' questions and everything. So if you guys want to tweet me your questions, I'll print them out and I'll be able to do a Q&A video for you guys. I'll upload it and post it so you guys can see it. So thank you again for everything. I appreciate it, guys, and stay up to date.
I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I swear.